Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Why Wednesday Facebook Live. Got Peter Brissett here from 999 websites. Can't say that. How you doing, Peter?
Great, Brett. How are you, man?
I'm good, thanks. So today we want to take a look at website builders or how different ways to build a website. So interested to hear all about that.
Yeah, so this is something I've looked at for, years. Going way back. The very first website I built, uh, let's see, I was looking at this the other day. I want to say it was about 2006.
Wow.
The first website that I built, and it was kind of, I wasn't, in the business of building websites at that point, but it was kind of like a personal project. And at the time, you had to either like I don't know, Dreamweaver seemed to be like the software of choice back in the day, or you were writing it in raw HTML, and which neither one I knew anything about at the time. But I found some website builder and built a website. And so it was like, oh, I thought it was great. It was a fantastic website. But couple problems. One, uh, just because you build a website doesn't mean anybody's going to see it. Uh, so that was a whole nother set of questions. We'll talk about that one another day, like how do you get traffic. But but that's how I built my first site. And then when I realized like why didn't I get any traffic, then I started looking at way more options. Like what are ways to build websites? What are the tools out there? And what we have now today, the ability to get a decent website built and up quickly is amazing, like fast. And how quickly you can do it. And in some cases, we've got a couple attempts right now, kind of at this. AI is everything, right? Artificial intelligence. And so there's a couple platforms out there that are kind of taking some element of AI to build for you to build your website. So you can answer a handful of questions, and in a matter of minutes, seconds, really, here's a website built for you with content and pictures and everything. Now, does it look great? Not really, uh, not yet. But that's kind of the direction a lot of this is going. So as a website building agency, something we're really have started to look at, like, are you going to need me to build your website, in the future? Are
Right,
you just
because AI can fill
go
in
to
the
a
blanks.
computer and start talking to Paige and answer some questions, and it's going to build the website in front of you?
Wow.
So that's very much a possibility. So right now, the common builders out there, I'll just mention, uh, Squarespace is a big builder out there. If you're doing e-commerce, you might go to Shopify. um, Wix and Weebly are a couple other ones. Even GoDaddy has their own website builder. And then there's a plethora of other builders out there. If you dig a little bit deeper, uh, uh, you'll find others. So they're not all the same. There's some that work really well, some that limit you in a lot of ways and what you can do. Um, so it's hard to navigate and decide, which of these platforms can I really work with? Because when it comes down to it, if you're doing it yourself, like, you're probably going to need some support and help along the way. And not all these companies have good support to support you in delivering that. So it's not just about how cheaply can I get this. It's can I get it at a good cost, and it's fast and it's easy, and I can get good support with it. So there's a lot to think about um, with that, and looking at those options. in the different website builders. It's going to keep getting easier over time in terms of some of these platforms, and it's definitely there's just more and more options all the time. So it's really hard to kind of navigate and figure out. And then you have the kind of the old standard WordPress, build it on WordPress, which some people get confused there too, because there's, WordPress.com is kind of the managed version of WordPress. And you go to WordPress.com and you can spin up a website there and do it. And it's all hosted on WordPress.com. And you pay for that. Or you do the standard WordPress version, which is you go get a hosting account somewhere and you install WordPress and you install a theme and you set it up and you do all that. Which again, in a lot of ways, not that hard to do. A lot of people can figure that out, but it has other complexities and challenges that you have to look at there as well. So lots of ways to do it. I think in evaluating it, you really have to look at where you're going to get the best support and help in making sure that you can do it and that it looks great on desktop, that it looks great on mobile,
Right.
And that the pages load quickly. And so again, not all those are going to be equal. So a lot of that I've said to say this, that we've been working with one of our software vendors, website building platforms that we've been using the last number of years. They've been around for the last 10 years and have well over 1 million websites on the platform. And so we're launching a front end to essentially be able to a couple different versions, but the most basic version would be literally you answer a handful of questions. We've created a bot that you'll go in and answer a few questions to the bot, and it'll build your website basically right in front of your eyes. And simple one-page, website that looks great on desktop and mobile. But you can then fill out all the content, change your pictures, and do all that within 20, 30 minutes and launch it. So that's the initial front end that we're going to launch here soon. And then you'll be able to upgrade from there. So if you want to upgrade to a full, website editor to do multiple pages, if you want to add e-commerce and all that functionality, then you'll be able to upgrade and go direct to do that. So excuse me.
That's great. So you're going to be putting that on your website.
So that's going to be, we're actually launching a whole new brand for that. So what I'm saying here, people see this and pick this up and you're like, hey, I'm going to be able to basically build my website in like 5 minutes. And you want to get in on the back end. So before we release it to the public kind of thing, we'll let you in the back door and get you access to it. So we can get some of those initial users on the platform and walking them through it and getting them set up, and we'll have some special pricing and that kind of stuff for those early adopters. So we're kind of building this on the fly right now as we go, but yeah, we definitely want to be able to start now. I mean, as of right now, I can let people in the back door and get you up and going. So we're just working on the front end mechanisms and tools. The back end's already built. Like the tool is already there. It already exists. So it's just a matter of kind of the front end stuff and the front end website and the front end entry and some of those pieces of it. But super fast.
That is amazing. I mean, it used to be so long and so arduous. And what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? Now you're talking about answering a few questions and starting to create content and put it on there, and that's it.
Yeah, Yeah, really in a matter of minutes. So, and it, builds all the key stuff that you need to have. Um, and then the key thing is our support. So we'll have, that's part of the technology on the back end we're connecting, is that we'll have, online chat support available at any time. So if someone gets in there and is having a problem or a challenge, they just hit the chat, and then we'll walk them right through whatever they need to do. So, but it's it's very simplified, very easy, and we've kind of taken out uh, you know, the things that typically make it hard, with like resizing pictures and things like that. So we've got things in there that make pictures, size properly and look good and all that kind of stuff. So you don't need to know how to resize an image. Like, the tool will fix that for you. So
Very cool. So how do they get a hold of you to do that? What's the best place to go?
So yeah, I mean, message me here through Facebook. Yeah, just look me up on Facebook. If they go to dmdude.com, you can contact me there. Either way is totally fine. And just say, hey, I heard you can let me in on the back door of this website builder tool. I want to see what this is all about. And I need to build a website. I need it fast. And then we can let you in the back door, get you that first access before we release it to the full public, and give you a little bit extra hand holding than what folks are going to get once we get this thing launched. So
sounds good. What I put up there is correct, right?
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Well, that's exciting. Trying to figure out, it's just a few hours at most. I mean, you're talking about putting some stuff in and getting stuff done instead of days and weeks and sometimes months, what it used to be. So
absolutely.
crazy.
Yep.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Anything else?
The tech has just gotten so much better now that we can just streamline this and automate a lot of things. So we're just trying to make it faster and easier for folks. So, and again, if anybody needs more than what that is, we're here to support you. And
you still build websites and do all your own stuff too. Absolutely.
Yeah, none of that's going to change. So
very cool. Well, thank you, Peter. Really appreciate that. That's exciting news.
Got it.
Have a good one.
We'll see you.